This is a lawyer getting eaten on a toilet because he abandoned 2 children during a dinosaur attack. This is a woman being passed between 3 pteranodons like a volleyball before getting swallowed by a mosasaurus. And this guy is getting literally torn in half by 2 Tyrannosaurus Rexes fighting over him like a wishbone. For over 30 years, the Jurassic Park franchise has asked one simple question. What if we put dinosaurs and humans in the same place? And the answer, every single time, has been people die horribly. So today, we're counting every human death across 6 films and 4 major locations to answer the question, which Jurassic Park facility would be the absolute deadliest for you to go as a tourist? Starting with the valley that thought it was a good idea to make monster bugs as well as dinosaurs. Bison Valley, Jurassic World Dominion. Jurassic World Dominion ran out of ideas to hybridize dinosaurs like we saw in its prequels, so it thought of the next big thing, bugs. Yup, this sanctuary was actually the product of real corporate evil and greed, literally creating them to threaten a global ecological collapse. There aren't many human deaths in the facility, but there is one important death. Their very own CEO. Louis Dodgson attempts to flee his own facility but is stopped by not 1, not 2, but 3 Dilophosauruses. A little poisonous spit to his face catches him off guard, and for dramatic effect, we see a lot of black screen cuts to symbolize his permanent blackout. Pretty cool, eh? Biosyn kill count 1. A total confirmed death by dinosaur of 1 makes it the least dangerous sanctuary with dinosaurs. Now, if we spoke of bugs, it would be a different story. The containment is actually pretty solid. All surviving dinosaurs live freely within the walls, unharmed and untouched by humanity. The facility remains completely abandoned and probably will for the time it's there. This puts it at the lowest and quote-unquote safest place in the Jurassic franchise. But we don't want to see safe, we want to see some danger, which is what the next estate will bring. The Lockwood Estate, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. The Lockwood Estate in Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom was the first disaster that isn't on an island. We know about the breach in the Lost World, but we're only going to discuss parks and research facilities. The estate was a private equity housing event that auctioned off dinosaurs to high officers of different militaries for the sake of being weaponized assets in wars. Playing with power like this will always lead to disaster. The first death starts with Ken Wheatley, a mercenary who tries his luck with the Indoraptor, who, in turn, toys with his stupidity and soon enjoys his brain. Meal-wise, that is. Lockwood Estate, kill count 1. And that first taste of human flesh increases his appetite. Just after that, Gunnar Eversole is trapped in an elevator with 3 others. His quick acting closed the doors before the Endo could make its way in, but it then broke the outside panel, opening it again. The raptor gets ready for its main meal as we hear it screaming while the screen blacks out. Our favorite raptor, Blue, is then released by Zia and Franklin. Blue attacks Ellie Mills' mercenaries and searches for a route to escape. While that happens, Owen, Claire, and Macy are finding their own way of escaping as well as stopping the Endo. Throughout the scenes, we can hear the screams of many soldiers being killed by the Indoraptor. The off-screen kills as well as on-screen kills boosts up our count quite tremendously. Lockwood Estate kill count, 10. Only 20 minutes later, Ellie Mills finds himself in a tough spot. After just barely surviving the stampede, he's unexpectedly caught between the teeth of a T-Rex and a young Carnotaurus, tearing him apart and killing him. Not instantly from the screams we hear, but indefinitely. You can even see a leg being shared. Lockwood Estate kill count, 11. Fallen Kingdom was not the best, no. But it did set up quite the cliffhanger for its sequel, Dominion, which was discussed earlier. Now that we know the confirmed dino kills, let's tally up some factors. 11 confirmed deaths by dinosaurs. The facility's status is completely ruined and abandoned. Its containment, well, it had quite literally the worst possible outcome, with dinosaurs escaping confinement and becoming a global problem. Can't get any worse than that. The lesson learned here is to not be rude to dinosaurs. And also, don't be too greedy to think you're never a target. If you think the Lockwood Estate was a deadly location with 11 kills under its name, you're right, but it's not the deadliest. In fact, the count goes up from here, quickly, by a lot. Isla Sorna, Jurassic Park, The Lost World. If you want to see people running from the big scary dinosaurs, then The Lost World would be more than happy to show you. When our main characters head to the island to save some dinosaurs from corporate greed, the tables turn immediately, with them being the ones that need saving. Not to mention, this film actually introduces a T-Rex couple named Buck and Doe. When Eddie Carr is desperately trying to pull the trailer that our main characters hang from, he's met with our dino couple and gets stuck in a muddy situation. The dinos aren't happy that their kid was injured and kidnapped, and although our heroes didn't actually steal him, they don't know that. So why not start with the guy who's helping the ones who quote-unquote took him? Isla Sorna kill count 1. When realizing the island is not as safe as they thought, because hearing dinosaurs isn't already the perfect sign, and searching for a way off the island, Theodore Stark's cruelty is the theme of his demise. After drifting away from the group, he's tracked by a herd of Compsognathuses who slowly but constantly injure him. His end is met when he jumps over the log into more of them, and blood is shown. Karma? Yes. Deserved? Yes. Hotel? Travago. Isla Sorna kill count 2. Our T-Rexes aren't finished stealing the spotlight yet. In a surprising turn of events, the survivors are ambushed by the carnivores and scatter like little ants. Doe chases the majority of people running around, and like getting gum stuck under our shoe, she gets a frightened soldier named Carter under hers. Isla Sorna kill count 3. Shortly after, another character, Dr. Burke, runs out of plot armor when hiding behind a small waterfall with our main characters. A tiny snake makes its way into his jacket and, in a panic, runs out, getting caught by Doe, and, you guessed it, getting killed. Unfortunately, the snake dies too. Isla Sorna kill count 4. What's a Jurassic film without our quick-footed velociraptors? Just after the T-Rex ambush, survivors think, sure, let's run into tall grass where we literally cannot see what's hiding in there. Fortunately, there's a whole pack of hungry raptors closing in on their food, picking them off like, humans getting picked off. Death continues and escalates to almost thrice the current count we're on. And later on, we're informed that Ajay Sindhu, one of Roland Tembu's friends, is also killed off screen. Isla Sorna kill count 11. Those are all the deaths in the Lost World. But this island is not the last time it gets visitors. Apparently, these boats go close enough for tourists to sightsee, because why not toy with death itself? What do we get? Jurassic Park 3. The sequel revolves around Alan Grant, who's tricked into being a tour guide for a divorced couple whose secret agenda is finding their son. Jurassic Park 3. In the beginning of the film, we're already kicked off with 2 off-screen kills. The captain and co-captain of a tour boat venturing close to the island. This forces the 2 survivors, Ben and Eric, who were parasailing, to break free and head into the jungle of the island to survive. Isla Sorna kill count 13. After the main characters land on the island and encounter the Spinosaurus for the first time, they head back to their plane to take off, leaving one man behind, Cooper. Cooper, on the run for his literal life, stops in the middle of the runway, begging them to stop, only for a row of teeth to catch him and kill him. Isla Sorna kill count 14. The Spino hits the plane when getting Cooper, and the plane's trajectory heads into the jungle, breaking the wings and crashing high up into the trees. Now, no deaths occur until the Spino arrives. It breaks through the plane, grabbing Nash and gutting him. Okay, probably not gutting him, but definitely killing him. Isla Sorna kill count 15. The team escapes the Spino, venturing to find Refugee and Eric. They soon find Ben, but not alive. His skull and lack of any flesh imply he'd been dead a while, being unable to escape the parachute. This is how we react when you don't leave a like, by the way. Isla Sorna confirmed kills 16. Raptors make their iconic mark in these films, ambushing the survivors at the main facility and forcing them to run through a herd of herbivore dinos and into the forest. The one victim, Udesky. The leader of the herd catches Udesky and hurts him enough to scream and attract the attention of the others as a trap. When it fails, the raptors immediately snap his neck off. A fun little detail about this is that the raptors don't eat him. They were using his body solely for the purpose of the ambush. Just when you think the raptors couldn't get any cooler, right? Isla Sorna confirmed kills 17. With this film being the last to showcase Isla Sorna, we can say it's enough to know that we don't want to take a tour there. And after showing you the kills occurring on the island, let's come to our summary. 17 total kills by dinosaurs. The facility's status is ruined to the core like Ben, and completely abandoned, hopefully never being visited ever again. Fortunately, the dinosaurs' containment is maintained, not by manpower, but by the fact that it's an island. What lessons did we learn? Going to a dinosaur island will force you to get in your daily steps and lose a leg in the process, probably. Now we move on to possibly the most dangerous location in the franchise. But to do that, we have to go back a few years to where it all started. No, not 65 million, but a simple 33, to the year 1993, the year of the first ever installment, Jurassic Park, where John Hammond invests his entire fortune into an idea so arrogant and stupid that his own scientists argued against it. It started with the mosquito, which had the DNA of so many dinos they used to bring them to life. We know the story. We know it's dangerous, so let's get into how dangerous it is exactly. Isla Nublar, the island that started it all, Jurassic Park. The film kicks off its first kill very early, in the middle of transporting the Velociraptors. When Joffrey Brown releases the lever to open the cage, the smart raptor, known as the Big One, pushes him into the cage and drags him in. He's injured significantly and eventually succumbs to his wounds, making the first ever kill on the island. You'd think this would be the one sign they needed, eh? Isla Nublar kill count 1. The iconic reveal of the T-Rex's escape scared many people, so let's add you to that mix. When it broke through the fence, the cowardly lawyer Donald Gennaro made a run for it and hid in the hut-themed toilet. The dinosaur, after chasing Ian, breaks the hut down and finds the lawyer sitting there. What do you think happens? They part ways, of course. Okay, no, the lawyer dies. He's met with the karma of his own consequences, leaving 2 innocent kids in the car, and it came with teeth. Isla Nublar kill count 2. If you're wondering about any sort of mass casualties, that's where the storm comes in. The staff are made aware of the bad weather and are all evacuated, except our main characters. When heading to the last boat, Dennis Nedry meets his fate by being sprayed with poisonous saliva from a Dilophosaurus. We then see it pounce on him, ripping him apart and killing him. Isla Nublar kill count 3. Samuel L. Jackson is a notorious badass, you know, but not this time. When Ellie heads to the compound and successfully turns on the power, she's given a hand in celebration. Literally. The Raptors get Jackson's character, Ray Arnold, leaving only his arm. Isla Nublar kill count 4. Ironically, the one who understood the Raptors the most has had his fate sealed by them. In a failed attempt to execute the Raptors, Robert Muldoon walks right into his trap set up by the Big One and has a face-off, if you will, with one of the Raptors. Isla Nublar kill count 5. The traumatic event of this film led to a final decision not to endorse the park for the sake of safety and morality to evolution. Everyone collectively agrees not to mess around with dinos anymore, right? Well, unfortunately, this one billionaire named Simon Masrani thought the death toll of Jurassic Park was rookie numbers. 22 years later, he comes with a reborn park. Now a world. Jurassic World. Jurassic World. For years, this world-themed park grew and became an icon for tourists and visitors alike. However, greed follows the runners of the park, which led to the creation of the notorious Indominus Rex. That, and a bad plot. When the Indominus breaks free from its facility, death follows as fast as you can imagine, starting with one of the workers inside the cage, Nick Kilgore. Isla Nublar kill count 6. The dino's hunger grows faster with a bigger desire. Almost immediately after, another security guard, Nicholas Letting, is caught between his teeth because he couldn't find a hiding spot. Isla Nublar kill count 7. When Claire calls in damage control to contain the Indominus Rex, the ACU unit, consisting of 7 members, are all picked off by a camouflage dinosaur. You'd think they'd tell them it can camouflage before going in, but hey, what do we know? Isla Nublar kill count 15. The CEO, Masrani, heads out on a chopper to help contain the Indominus with the help of 2 soldiers. Unfortunately, it led them straight to the Pteranodon Dome, which the Indominus used to take out the 2 soldiers and Masrani in the process. You could debate Masrani's death wasn't directly caused by a dinosaur. Our argument? It was indirectly caused, so it counts here. Isla Nublar kill count 18. The catastrophe at the dome freed the pteranodons and sent them straight for the biggest food source ever, the park. One of them picked up Zara and toyed with her brutally, making arguably the most terrifying death ever in this franchise. Isla Nublar kill count 19. With the attempt to execute the Indominus, things take a turn of events, and the Raptors finally get the spotlight under its orders, killing off 7 engine soldiers in the forest and going straight after Owen. Isla Nublar kill count 26. It isn't over. We got one last soldier from Engine getting pulled out too. Isla Nublar kill count 27. The main antagonist, Vic Hoskins, meets a well-anticipated death by the Raptor Delta. He kinda forgot that plot armor has to eventually run out. Isla Nublar kill count 28. This event sealed the park's fate to be permanently banned. But skipping a few years forward and going back to Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, we find out that big money-hungry corporations are still plotting a scheme to use dinosaurs as weapons. When recovering the Indominus DNA, 2 submarine crew members shorten their lifespan to a few more seconds as the Mosasaurus sneaks up behind them to end them. Isla Nublar kill count 30. In the same scene, a tech operator, Jack, celebrates too soon and becomes a snack for the Mosasaurus, dying in a digestive way. Isla Nublar kill count, 31. I think that number tells us the most dangerous thing in Jurassic Park is, well, going to the park. Let's run the tally. An astonishing 31 kills confirmed by dinosaurs. The park's status is completely abandoned and burned. Its containment is arguably non-existent, since so many dinosaurs were captured, while those weren't after the eruption. We'll let you decide on your own, but we say non-existent. But with that many deaths, accidents, and OSHA violations, how long would the prison sentences be for the ones in charge? Well, click here to find out.